What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound, where we're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. Before we get into it, though, if you like this content, make sure you drop a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $19 best bet and my NHL power play, make sure you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. And we kick off the 2023-24 NHL season from the Amalie Arena as the Tampa Bay Lightning host the Nashville Predators. Now, the Nashville Predators, it's not ideal losing your leading scorer last year. Matt Duchene bolted from the team, no longer with the Predators. And that was after leading the Predators in scoring last year. And like I said, not good for a Predators team that averaged just 2.78 goals per game last season, bottom 5 in the NHL. But there is still a lot of their core back as well. You have Roman Josi back, Philip Forsberg. And you go in and bring in some more veterans like Ryan O'Reilly to help shore up the leadership on this team. But the big advantage for me that I think the Predators have is in goaltending right now. Now, normally I wouldn't say that. If it was Andrei Vasilevskiy in net for the Tampa Bay Lightning, I think I'd have to give the edge to the Bolts. Problem is, Vasilevskiy had back surgery. He's out for the next 2 months. Now, Tampa Bay, they do have a lot of their core back, pretty much all their core. Nikita Kucherov, Braden Point, Steven Stamkos, you name it. But the thing for me is that with the Tampa Bay Lightning, Andrei Vasilevskiy won a lot of games last year single-handedly by standing on his head for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Did it down the stretch, did it in the playoffs. And when you go from Vasilevskiy to Jonas Johansson, that is a big step down in my opinion. Johansson, only a guy with 35 career National Hockey League starts, and he's going to be the number one for the Tampa Bay Lightning for the first couple months of the season. This is a talented Tampa Bay Lightning team. It wouldn't surprise me if they got off to a slow start they have in the last couple of seasons. I think all the value in this game is on the Predators at plus money at plus 142 at Amalie Arena. Next, we head to PPG Paints Arena as the Pittsburgh Penguins take on the Chicago Blackhawks. For the Chicago Blackhawks, it is now the era of Connor Bedard. We have not seen hype like this for a rookie since the likes of Connor McDavid back in 2015. The Chicago Blackhawks last season earning the right to take Bedard first overall from the Regina Pats. And you look at some of the numbers this guy put up in the last couple of years with Regina. I mean, 2021-22, he had 51 goals and 49 assists in 62 games. Last year, 71 goals, 72 assists in 57 games. 143 points was insane. Was the most outstanding player at the most recent World Junior Championships. He had 9 goals and 14 assists. So the talent is there, and there's a reason this kid went first overall. And the Chicago Blackhawks, am I ready to crown them just yet? No, but I will give the Blackhawks credit for doing what they could to surround Connor Bedard so it's not all on him and that this team isn't, in a full-on rebuild for, the next 2-3 years. They can at least compete this season. Not saying they'll go ahead and make the playoffs, but they can at least compete. They brought in veterans like Nick Foligno, Taylor Hall, Corey Perry. As much as I hate Corey Perry, he's a gritty player that's not going to put up with much crap. He's going to stand up for his young player. Nikita Zaitsev was brought back into the NHL. So this is a decent team. My only concern for the Chicago Blackhawks is Peter Mrazek. We've seen Mrazek as a starting goaltender for some time now. Hasn't necessarily been able to cut it. He wasn't great last year, so this is his time. There's no looking over his shoulder with Alex Stalock anymore. Stalock now a member of the Anaheim Ducks, so this is Mrazek's crease. On the other side, you got the Pittsburgh Penguins, who their window, I think, is closing a little bit. This team is not getting any younger with the likes of Malkin, Crosby, but we still know what this team is. They basically kept they kept it in-house. They're running it back for another year, it looks like. And I just don't know if I'm ready to lay minus 245 or chase a puck line with Tristan Jarry just yet. I mean, this Pittsburgh Penguins team, like I said, they're running it back from a team that just completely failed on all fronts of their expectations last year. But what I will say is that Pittsburgh did get out to at least a hot start last year. And Chicago, despite their issues, they got out to a pretty solid start as well. And Chicago, 7 of their first 9 games last year went over the total. Some questionable goaltending in this one. I think we're going to see some offensive fireworks. I'm going with the over 6.5. As this pick from PPG Paints Arena. And our final game from the opening night of the NHL season, we had a T-Mobile Arena as the Vegas Golden Knights raised their first Stanley Cup championship banner in franchise history as the Golden Knights took out Florida in 5 games in last year's Cup final. I'll tell you, the Golden Knights, there's a lot of optimism that this team can run it back. This team has been solid. basically since their inception into the National Hockey League, went to the finals in their first year of existence, and it's been pretty much a solid ride ever since. And like I said, they bring back a lot of their pieces from recent years. You know, you still got, and especially from last year's team, you still got Jack Eichel, you still got Mark Stone, you know, Jonathan Marchessault's back as well, Braden McNabb. You know, the list goes on and on. So this talented Golden Knights team would not surprise me if they won the Pacific. Would not surprise me if they made a run back to the Cup final. But the thing for me here is that, you know, funny things happen in these banner raising ceremony games. You know, the guys get their rings and there's just a lot of pomp and circumstance. And that leaves the Seattle Kraken to come in and play hockey, not have to worry about anything, just play loose. And this Seattle Kraken team, they're pretty much running it back as well. They bring back their top 4 scorers from last year, kept their core intact as well. You know, guys like Matty Beniers, Jordan Eberle, Vince Dunn, Justin Schultz, you know, Jared McCann, they're all back. The only difference for the Kraken is you don't have Martin Jones anymore. Martin Jones now joining the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the crease now belongs to Philip Grubauer. Maybe Joey Daccord is the backup. But Grubauer has been a decent option in the past for the Seattle Kraken, even for the Colorado Avalanche in his previous tenure before joining the Kraken. So I think there is some value here with the Kraken. I don't love this game as a whole right now. Maybe I'll sort of get some better feel for it as we get closer to puck drop. But the tipping point here was that the Seattle Kraken were the most profitable road team in the NHL last season. Like I said, funny things happen on these banner raising nights. I'm going with the Seattle Kraken at plus money to round out the night. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on to get the newest and most up-to-date content here at Pick Dawgz. And a reminder, if you're looking for my best bets, check out Pick Dawgz Premium and let me know your NHL picks in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.